Today we shall create this homepage using HTML and CSS. We shall combine skills from this. You shall combine all this to come up with something like that. So if you happen to face some challenges somewhere with this, kindly revisit these videos, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Lately I'd made this PayPal clone, homepage clone, using still HTML and CSS. You can look up and you can take a look at it, and it will be a challenge to you. It will be helpful to you in case you're looking at advancing your HTML CSS skills. But then today we shall look at this, we shall go through this, and let's dive in. I suppose we no longer have challenges with doing this, with creating projects and all that, because I'm going to be so fast. I will be so fast. Our basic HTML layout, and we in the head we shall link our CSS. Okay, so we shall begin with this navbar. I think it has two sections. We shall begin with that. We could say this is the nav, and within the nav we've got I think two. We give one as the bottom and the second one as the top. So what we shall do is come to our styles. We first work on the body. We give it flex. I assume you're already well versed with this. You can give it a background color to see how it looks. So we shall go live. So this is what we have. So what I will do, I will begin adding, begin styling the nav. I'll give it a width of 8%, since we have something like this. Let's give it a background color of slate and see what we have. Okay. Let's make this a div. Okay, it's already a div. You can say this is a nav bar. So we can put something in the bottom. In the bottom we do have, in the top we do have these links. They are about 1 2 3 4 5. So I will say I need an ordered list, and they are about 5. I will get 5 of them. The first one is personal. Okay, putting it in mind, these are links taking us to the different pages, so we shall make these links. We shall create the different pages. We shall say we have the personal.html, and we do have business, and we as well have Momo, play, and about. Okay, so this is what we have. The first takes us to personal, and this takes us to business. Okay, let's do something on those pages. We can leave an h2 with this is about. We can just copy this onto other pages. This is business. This is Momo. This is personal. And this is play. Also, we can look at what we have so far. So we have this so far. So what we do is we are going to style our nav. So it has got 2, and we shall target the top. Okay, in the nav bar we have a top, and we give it a display. Let's first see what we have. On the top we've got, okay, we've got an ordered list. What we shall do is come to our styles, and on the top we can give it a width of 100%. Then we proceed to still the top. We now need the unordered list, and we give it a display flex. We can justify content start, line items in the start, and we can give them some gap of about 10 pixels. We can see what we have. You can see align items in the center, and we can give this some padding on the top. Of 5 pixels, and some padding on the bottom of 5 pixels. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is what we have. And looking at this, it starts from the beginning at the start, so you can justify content from the start, and we can align. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, that's okay. We can still on the unordered list, we can say text decoration. We can say none, and see what we have. Need to remove the bullets. Okay, I think we should target the list. Now on the top, under UR, we need the list. We can do this and see what we have. Okay, I remember here we've got a list, and we've got an anchor tag. So we shall generalize for every anchor tag. We need the text decoration to be none. Then we see what we have. Okay, looking at this, we are almost there. we can give this a color of white. Okay, can give this a color of white and see what we have. Okay, that's okay. I was thinking instead of the unordered list, we could use just a div. We could just use a div. Let's add some gap. A gap to be about 20 pixels, and we could just say, should we change this to a div? Let's first keep that, and we proceed to the one down. That is this yellowish and div, and that div is the bottom, and it has got 1 2 3 4 5 6, about 6 plus this link. Okay, I will say it has got a div. It has got a div. It has got a div. Okay, we'll say it has got a logo in a div. How many divs? About 3 divs. Okay, it has got 3 divs, and I will make 3. So the first one has got those links, and this is about. This is about MTN. You can just duplicate these to be about 5. Okay, 2 3 4 5. We've got a logo here. Can we get this logo? Can we download this? Okay, we've got this. We can copy it, and we can create a folder inside here, and we call it assets. Those are our images and other stuff, and inside that we can paste our logo. Then what we shall do is come to our styles. Onto our styles, we target the bottom, and we can give it a background color of yellow. We can give it let's give it some dark yellow. Okay, this. Okay, you can give it a width of 100%. You can give it a border radius of about 10 pixels. We can give it some padding of 10 pixels. You can say of 4M. And let's see what we have. Okay, we do have this. So the issue is with our flex. Our flex direction on the nav bar, and the flex direction, let's say this is column, and we do have this. Okay, we shall proceed we shall reduce the padding to about 1 rem. I do have that. Okay, can we get this yellow? Okay, we can give it the same padding as the top. The top has got a, and then we have this icon. We have this search icon. We can just for now put, we have got, my battery is dying out. Got this icon. After the nav links, we've got this. You can give it just, you can say icon. For now, let's see what we have. Okay, we can come back to our styles. We're looking at the styles of the bottom. We have display flex, justify content center, aligning item center. We can give this width. We put this width up here. We have a width of, let's say this is 80 view width. See what we have. And I think there should be something wrong because these have to fit in this, and from my view I see that let's see our layout. We've got the nav bar in flex with the top, and what's in the top are these, and the nav bar, what does the nav bar have? The nav bar has a width of 8%, and we've got this bottom with this logo. With this, it has got a logo, it has got nav links, and it has got nav links. So I'm wondering why this is not adjusting. We've got this and that. So what we can do is we can say, let's give this width, the nav links, give it a width of, should we say 60%, and we see it's not taking up. In the bottom we've got logo, nav links, and a BTM. Where this BTM coming from? We can remove this. Okay, if the issue was with this class and we have something like this, so we can head back to this. After displaying flex, we can actually remove the width giving some gap of about 50 pixels. Let's see what we have. Okay, and we can as well change the color. Nav links, we can, is the color black? Okay, it is black. We can remove this background color of red. we do have this. Okay, we can give some padding here. We say padding, okay, sorry, we can say padding on the left of about 20 pixels and padding on the right of about 20 pixels. See what we have. Okay, say 50 pixels by 50. Should we give it margin? You can say margin left of 30 pixels and margin, sorry, and margin right of 30 pixels. Okay, should be padding. Should be padding. Okay, we already have padding here, and this is overall padding, so we should say padding on the left. We need about 30 pixels and padding on the right of about 30 pixels. What do we have? Okay, we do have this. I will give it 50-50, and I will say padding on the top of about 20 pixels and padding on the bottom of about 20 pixels. Okay, this is cool, though too big, and we shall reduce the padding on the bottom and the top to about 10-10, and we shall reduce the width of this to 60. Okay, that's ideal. Okay, so what happens is we do have all these as links, and I suppose they are too big. Okay, let's move on. Let's work on the ones up. So on the top we do have this top. Where is top? Okay, and did we give it a background? Okay, navbar, we can remove this from that and see what we have. Okay, can say it has got text of, yeah, it is white. Okay, it is white. You can remove some padding. Padding on the bottom to about 5 pixels. Okay, that's okay. We have this, but then we are going to first apply, we are going to first have our hero section, and then we shall be in position to put this right. So what we shall do is we have a hero section with a background image and some background gradient. We can take up this, can save. Can we get this image? Can we get another image? Can we get this image? Okay, let's get the first image. Let's get this image. Can we get this? Okay, let's look for a similar image. MTN. Oh, I've lost internet. as internet connects. I think we are back. We can get some images. We can get some images here. Can we use this? Okay, we can take up this. And we can copy it right to our assets. So what happens is we shall get back to our index, and looking at this nav and the hero section, we can create a div called hero, and you find that this div, this hero section and the div, this navbar is a position sticky, and it is with some good higher index. So what we do, z index, sorry, so what we shall do is we shall position the navbar to a position sticky. We go look for the navbar and we shall give it position. We can give it position static, we can say sticky, and we say on the top it's about 20 pixels from the top. Let's see what we have. We do still have this non-scrollable, so it means when we fix in our hero section, and let's come and right away begin styling our hero section. Begin styling our hero section. Let's give it some width of about 100%. I will give it some height of about 40 rem. Let's give it some background color of, let's say, green and see. Okay, this happens to be in flex with this. Where is flex? Okay, in our styles, in our body we have a flex direction, should be column. Okay, so we do have this, and we need something like this. So what happens is this has to come right from the top. So in our navbar, let's remove the top, and we do have this. Okay, after giving it position sticky, we shall give it a z index of about 20, and I say 20 pixels. And we can leave this and we give it about 5 pixels. Okay, I think this is okay. And then the other thing is what's up here, what's pushing this down. On our navbar, did we give it we gave it some width. Okay, let's see what we have here. Now what we shall do is we are going to use I think it is sticky still, sorry. Let's just get our background image, and we shall get along with the rest of the stuff. So we have a background image, and background image we have linear gradient, and in our linear gradient we have to the left we have yellow, and we can justify this yellow. Okay, that's the yellow we want, I suppose. And let's say green. Let's see what we have. Okay, nothing yet. So background image have linear gradient, background image to left. Should we say to right? To right, and we do have green and yellow. Okay, we do have this. What we shall do is we shall add an image, but then we can make the opacity of this, we can make it totally unseen, so we have something like this. And then we can add our image. After this we can say comma URL, and can get our image, and then can see what we have. Okay, we do have this, and we can say we need this thick yellow. Okay, and we can say we need we can say we need okay, we do need background styles. We come back to this and say background position. We can say center, can say background repeat, can say no repeat. See what we have. Then background size, can say background size. We can cover and see what we have. So we do have this. So what happens is we can reduce the opacity of this yellow as well. We don't need too much. We can leave the opacity, but then okay, this is background size, which is cover, and we can say this to left. We can add more colors here. We can say another green, and we can make this also totally transparent. See what we have. Okay, put a comma somewhere. Okay, we do have this. Approaching something like this, but then it happens that some do not have background gradient. But then we can leave this. We can leave this, and what we can do is can we choose another image? Let's move with that, and what we're looking at is this space on the top. It should cover something from like this. Let's look for another image without a yellow color in the background. We can say we can take up. I don't know how we can get these. These are background images, we can't get them, but then we can say family in a sitting room. Can we get some images here? Say this. Let's save this and see, it may work for us. Okay, copy this to our assets. We can say, let's see what we have. Okay, and this is fair. So what happens is we need this, we don't need this up. So we should come to our body. Do we have any padding on the top? No. What of the navbar? No. What I will do is I'll first comment out the navbar and see what we have without the other stuff. So without the navbar we do have this. It means the issue comes from the navbar. Okay, let's look at our navbar. We have a top. We can remove. What happens when we remove the index and top? Okay, we shall comment out on the bottom and see what we do have. We are looking for the issue. And when we take it back, okay, what we are going to do is, instead of position sticky, we shall use position relative and absolute. So we shall come to the body and we shall say position relative, and we add position absolute onto the nav. We shall give it a top of 5 and see what we have. Okay, this is what we have, and this is okay. You can say z index of about 50. Okay, this is what we have. But then should we say position sticky? Position sticky after applying relative the other side, so we get something like this. So what we shall do is we shall position this as absolute such that it is on top of that. So you can move along and you can fix some stuff later. You can reduce the width of the hero in the hero section. So we can reduce the height to about 20 rem. That's too small. About 30 rem. 30 rem is 30 rem. Okay, it looks fine. Now we have this button, join MTN. I think we can leave it to about 35 rem, and we head back to our CSS, our HTML, and what's this icon? We've got the hero, and in the hero, what do we have? We do have some words: more ways to win every day. You can add an H2. It's a more ways to win every day. So you can style this H in the hero. So targeting the hero and the H2, we have a color of white. Color should be white. Font size about 10 rem. Let's see what we have. Okay, too big. Can say about 20 pixels. Okay, this is too big, and we can apply some flex. We can display flex. We justify content in the center, and we can align items in the center. We should say, okay, let's see what we have. Okay, more ways to win. Can we justify content from the start? Okay, and then we can say, can we say padding? Not really. Okay, I can say we can give margin left of about 20 rem, of about 5 rem, and we can say let's adjust the font size to about 50 pixels and see what we have. More ways to win every day. Okay, and we can break this. We can break this such that every day goes down. Okay, we can make the font weight to be, you can say bold. Okay, more ways to win every day. Then we shall proceed to the next thing, and that is we've got this button, we've got this, and then this button in. So we shall say in our hero we've got a div. We can say how can we, which class can we give it? We can say MTN, and inside it there is a button, and the button says join MTN more. Join MTN more. So we can target the BTN in the hero. And all we need is we need to give it just a width. Can give it a width of 100%, and can give it some padding. Can give it some padding of 20 pixels, and we can give it some background color of slate gray, and some border radius, of about 20 pixels. See what we have. Okay, this is what we have. Can change the flex direction to column. See what we have. Okay, we can push this down. So did our h2 disappear? Can give this a width of 60%. You see, okay, then we just need it down. We can say, can we as well use in the hero, we can use position. You can say position relative, and we can position this absolute, position absolute, and we can say bottom, it's about 20 pixels. See what we have. Okay, some stuff does disappears. Can we remove this? Okay, oh, it is already position absolute. Okay, what we shall do is, let's say this, what we can do is to just, let's first style the button. Okay, we can give it some padding of about 5 pixels. Does it have a background color? No, it has a border. You can say border, it is solid, it is slate gray, and it is about 3 pixels. Okay, do we have any change here? Are we really okay? We have issues here with the hero. Okay, I think that's what we have. Hero.btn.button, is it what we have? Hero, btn, and a button. Can say background color transparent, and we see what we have. Okay, you can say border, this is border is 2 pixels, should be 3 pixels first. 3 pixels, solid slate gray. Okay, we should make it black. Okay, can give it some border radius. Can give the background color to be okay. Can give it some border radius of about 25%. That's too much. Border radius of about 10 pixels. What of 30 pixels? Okay, that's okay. And it should have some more padding of about, let's say, 15 pixels. Okay, then you can say this is padding left and right. Can say this is padding left and right, and then padding left and right should be about 15, about 25. and 25. Then padding left and right about 15. About 15 pixels. So what do we have? We do have this padding what's really wrong? Can we say this is padding left, padding right, then this is padding top and bottom. Okay, sorry, this is padding on the top, this is padding on the bottom. Okay, then we need this in the middle. The btn, we can say this is display flex. We can say justify content center, and we can align items in the center. Let's see what we have. Okay, and we can reduce the padding on the top and the bottom to about 10. Okay, and then we can adjust the width to about 90%. Okay, so we do have this, and our word here is disappearing, so we can say after justify content in the center, we can head back to the HTML and our H2. Let's look at our H2, and we can give it margin left, margin, we can give it some margin on the top, margin on the top of about 30 pixels. We need to push it down about, let's say 100. Okay, about 200. Okay, 200. We can say in our flex, we can say we are aligning items. Let's remove the align items. Then we do have this. Okay, this looks fair off. We can say, can we say align items back in the center, and we see the center, and then okay, we need these words on the start. Okay, what we shall do is shall remove this, and then we shall head to our btn section, and we shall give it some margin on the left of about 30 pixels. Let's see what we have. Okay, let's give it 35. Okay, this is what we have so far. Before we move, I feel like before we move to the next section, we should just as well work on we should as well work on this nav links. We can put them right, I think. Okay, I think before we move to the next section. Okay, so what we need is, we just need to make sure that these are bold. Now we can head back to our nav links. The nav links. Okay, you can say color is white. You can give them a font weight of bold. We can say none, see what we have. Okay, I think we do still have these bullets. Okay, we should I'll put this list style type onto, I think, this. Let's see. Okay, this go away, and we do have this. So what happens is we shall proceed to the next section, and that's this section, services. And on the services we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, about 8, and I think we can say these are divs of services. And we can, inside this we've got an image, and this image, is it really an image? This is an icon, and we shall link our icons we used last time. I remember we used an icon like this is the link we used to use this to link icons in our head. And then the syntax is this: we use the eye and look for an icon we want. So we shall come here and say this is not a button, I mean an image, this is an icon. And we can say this is, can we say SIM card? It is SIM card. Can hit Fontawesome and check it out. You can come and search for this. Now we need, is it SIM card? Now do we have, okay, we do have this. We can click onto this and we can copy for HTML. We can copy this and head back to our, we can add this, and then below that is tourist SIM card. Is, you can say it is a p tag with tourist SIM card. Now we can begin, we can say this is a card, and we can go and style this card. Go to our styles, and in our styles we can say we are targeting services, and we can say display, we can say grid, and then we can say grid template columns, we can say repeat. Well, how many do we need? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, about 8. You can say 8, you can say 1 fraction. And then inside services we shall target the card, and this card should have a border radius of 50%. It should be round. And then after the border radius of 50%, we need this card to have, let's first give it a background color of yellow. Let's see what we do have. Okay, we do have this. Oh, this is overlapping. Where did we place our services? It is inside the body and the hero. So why is this? So why is this section overlapping to the next section? It is join MTN more. MTN will have a width. Is it position absolute? We can remove the absolute. Okay, and we do have this, so we can head back to our services. Then on the card, we can first of all give this a class. It has a class of FSM card. Now we can style this. And what we have to say is we can give it a width. This is styled as a font. You can say font size. You can say 30 pixels and see what we have. Okay, you can say 50. Okay, should we say 60? I think 60 is enough. Okay, so after doing that, heading back to add card, we can give a card some flex. You can say display is flex. You can justify content in the center, and you can align items in the center. What do we have here? Okay, you can say flex direction to be column. Okay, and we can reduce this to about 6 and see what we do have. What do we have here? Okay, okay, on the services we can give it a width of 100%. Okay, and we can bring back our 8 cards, and then we can give it some padding of about 30 pixels, top, bottom, left, right. Okay, okay, and then we shall first come to the card and remove this border radius. So we do have that. We should give it some padding of about 10 pixels. Okay, and then we can give it some border radius of 50 pixels. Okay, of, can say 100. Okay, that is fair. So this border radius is applied when someone hovers over it. Okay, and it is about 50 pixels, so we can give it more. We can give it some more padding of about 20 pixels. Okay, about 30. Okay, it's perfect. And so we can proceed with, we can just duplicate that to about 8 cards. So we have this as our first card. We can duplicate more. How many are these? It's about 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I think we shall need 5. We can say we need, let's say we shall need 5, and then with some gap of about 10 pixels. See what we have. Okay, about 6. Let's see what we have. About 7. Okay, say 8. 8 looks not okay. Okay, I will have some padding on the left. I don't know, we are not getting the padding right, so we have about 5. Okay, we need some padding on the left. Padding on the left of about 20 pixels. We should use RAM, like 5 RAM, and padding on the right of about 5 RAM. Okay, should we set a width of about 80%? Okay, let's give it a width of about 90%, and okay, we can say then we need about 7 6. Okay, so we need some padding on the top of about 5 RAM, and padding on the bottom of about 5 RAM as well. So this is okay. So what happens is we need this on hover. So we should say in our CSS, the background color yellow on the card should come on hover. So we come down and say come down and say on hover. Come and say this is the card, and on hover we need the background color to be yellow. So initially we don't have, when we hover we get this yellow, and this is what happens here. So we need to change some transition, to add some transition, and we can say transition, we can say all. I shall put this transition on this transition all, give it 0.5 seconds is in and out, and then we shall change this yellow to this yellow. So what do we have? Check on hover, is in out. Can we say is, can remove this and we say is in. Is in. See what we have. Okay, so almost the same thing. So you can look for these other icons. Can go here and say we need something like a flag. Can take up this, we copy this and can take to the next card. And then this is voice bundles. Then we have this, can we say web? We can say this is web. This is web. Can we use, what do we have here? Worknet. Can we use this? This is pro. And this is Worknet. Then the other thing we have is data bundles. How do we get that icon? Do we have that? What can we take up this as server? Okay, can take up this, and we can say this is data bundles. Okay, so what we can do is we can get this class to, we want to style this general. Instead of this SIM card, we can just target the other class, since all of them have got FA solid class. So let's see what we so far have. We have this, and at some point this is not working out, but we have bundles, SIM cards. Okay, let's see what we have here. We can proceed to the next section, and we'll come back and do this, but I think this is okay. We'll come back and fix. So we can proceed to this other section, and this other section has got a lot. It has got this. So what we shall do is we shall create another div for top deals. After services, we have a div called top deals, and then we can say we have an h2 with top deals, and then we've got another div, and we can say these are deals. Then below the deals we have three divs, I think 1 2 3, but then 2 are in flex. We can say this is the left, and we'll say this is the right. So on the left we've got some words, that is MTN Worknet fiber. You can say this is MTN Worknet fiber. This is an H1 MTN WorkNet fiber, and we have some p tag somewhere like saying connect your home online, connect your home online. And then down here we have starting from 150. You can say this is an H2 starting from. Then we have this amount, you can say it's an H1. Okay, so we do have other two divs on the right. We have a top div. You can say this has got WorkNet MiFi. You can say this is H1 WorkNet, and say H3 WorkNet MiFi. Then at only this is 50,000. Okay, then we've got the other section that is WorkNet MTN WorkNet router. And we can say this is get the best deals. This is 99,000. So that's what we have for this section. We shall begin styling, and we will come and first get our div that is top deals. And we shall say this is, we can give it a display of flex, give it a flex direction of column, and we can give it justify content in the center. We can align content items in the center. We can give it a width of 100. You can say 90%. So this is what we have. So we've got this first word, top deals. It's big. Let's give it some background color to see what we are dealing with. Okay, top deals, top deal. Okay, and add S onto this. So this is what we are dealing with. So what we shall do is, we've got the deals, can target deals, and we have a display of flex, and then a width of 100%, and we justify content to the center and line. this is what we have. Okay, so we will remove this and we shall add it onto this. And then what we will do is on the deals we've got left and right, so we shall target deals, then we need the left, and we shall give the left a width of 50%. Let's give it some background color of blue, and let's as well target the right, give it a background color of green. See what we are dealing with. Okay, this is it. So what will happen is should we give it some height? Not really. So we shall go on the right, we give it a display of flex as well. You can justify content in the center and you can align items to the center. So on the deals you can give it some gap of about 20 pixels. You can as well give this some gap of 15 pixels. Let's see what we have. So this is what we have so far. We can fix this is what we have. We can fix a height for this box. For the deals we can give it some height of about 10 rem. What do we have? Okay, 50 rem. Okay, this is too big. 30 rem, and then we can give these a height of 100%, and also this right a height of 100%. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is what we do have. Can reduce this height to about 25. Okay, so what we shall do is we shall give a background image to both the left and the right. So we shall head right here. Let's give it some border radius. On the left can give it some border radius of about 20 pixels. Okay, and then we can look for some images. I don't know, we could just get these exact images, but then we can't say grandfather and grandson. We can look up some images here. Should we specify? African. Okay, we can take up this. And can we take up can download this first. We can save that, and we as well save this. And then we can look for one more. We can say okay. Can take up this, I think. Okay, okay, so we can take up these three and we can fix them inside we can take them inside our assets. Let's just go direct to this, reveal in File Explorer, check our assets, can paste them here, can skip. Okay, so what happens is we shall head to our left, right, okay, sorry, left, and we can give it a background image. We can say URL, and we can attach one image. Okay, we can put this, can say background position in the center and background repeat to no repeat, position center, repeat no repeat, and background size we say contain, we can say cover. So what do we have here? It means we have to do away with this blue. Let's check and see what we have. So we do have this. Okay, we do have that. So we can give it, can we give it some gradient such that, okay, can set near gradient, can set to right, and we need yellow. We remove these quotes, can set to right, we need yellow, and let's say we don't need black, okay, and yellow. So we can remove opacity, can reduce opacity of yellow. Let's see what we have. Need to put a comma here and see what we have. Okay, so we can we can say display is flex. We can justify content in the center, and we can align items to the start. So what do we have? Okay, flex, you can say flex direction to column. Okay, and then we can say change the color to white. Okay, then we can give some padding of about 10 pixels. It's too small. About 30. Okay, so when we look at what we have here, it's almost, we can say let the padding. Okay, let's proceed with this. So we've got worknet. Okay, in our div we have an h2 with worknet, and we can target got worknet, and we have MTN worknet fiber. So we got this h1. We can target the h1 on our left. And we can say it is font weight of bold and font size of do we say large. See what we have. You say extra large. Should give it a 10 rem. It's too big. 5 rem. Still too big. 2 rem. 3 rem. Okay. We could say let's look at this as if we've got 2 sections in this. I think on the left we've got this. We can make this a div, and we do make this a div as well. So we do have these two, and we can say after flex on the right, we can say some gap of about 5 rem. Let's see what we have. Okay, and this is worknet fiber. Okay, connect. Okay, then we can proceed to the right. So on the right we can as well add an image. You can copy everything here. You can as well on the right we do have 2. We have the top and the bottom. So we can come and say we have a flex, or we can say flex direction column. Okay, and we can give it, we have a height of 100%. Did we give some height? Okay. We have a width of 50%. We can first do away with the height. See what we have. Okay, and should we first do away with this height as well? We see what we have. Okay, on the right we shall also do away with this background color for the deals, and then this green, we have a width of 50, flex direction column. Can remove this flex direction. Okay, flex direction column, gap of about 15, and then we have deals on the right, and we need the top. We can't say this as well. We can't say this as well as got the same thing. Let's see what we do have. Okay, we need some gap on the right. We add a gap of, okay, this is what we so far have. We will apply the same stuff here. I mean the same styling for the left. On the right, on the left, we had some padding and all that. Can take up this. Okay, let's first see what we have. We have this, and we shall apply it still on the bottom. And what I just need to see is how this looks. Okay, do we have a width here? Okay, can give this bottom. You can say this has got a width of 100%, and this as well a width of 100%. Let's see what we have. Okay, so this is what we do have, and we all need to do is just change these images, and we can adopt these other images. Okay, some error here. Only need to remove this and the assets. Okay, we can take up this. Let's see what we have. Okay, we do have this on the bottom, and then on the top we can do this, and we can take up this. Okay, it's same. I think we can take up another image. Okay, so we do have that. So it's almost the same. So what we need to do is work on the text, and we can take this up, and we can say all text on the bottom should be white. We can say color to be white. Okay, we can give just like we did to the right. With, let's say, some margin on the left, padding on the left. Okay, let's see. That's okay. We can just give this a padding on the left of about 20 pixels. Okay, we can say about 40 pixels. And then we can say the same thing on the top, padding on the left of 40, I think. And then the deals need some gap. We need some gap of about 10 pixels between these two. So the width here would be ideal if we had 45% on the left and on the right 45%, such that we add some padding, we have some space. Okay, let's say 40% and 40%. Okay, we do need some gap between these deals. Is 100%, should we say it's 90%, and we have a gap of 10 pixels. Okay, this is 10%, and the width here on the left, can we set width on the right to be about 30%, 35%. See how we have this. So we need some gap. We should be having issues in the deals, top deals. I have flex direction. I think this gap, do you give this a height? No, I think this gap should be about 20 pixels. Okay, and then when we come onto the deals, first ignore the height of the deals. Okay, so after ignoring the height, we give it some gap, a gap of 20 pixels. Should we give it a background color, and we see of blue? Okay, what we shall do is we will go to the right, and we add some margin on the left of about 20 pixels. Okay, that's okay. And then we will retain the width of 40%, 45%. Okay, I think that's better. See what we have here. We do have this, so we do have this as well here. I think even on the left can have this as 45%. Okay, then we can remove this background color, and we remain with this. So when we look at this, it's almost, and we have these top deals with being a bit bold. Top deals, we've got this H2. Can we give it styles here? Say font weight to bold, and we can say font size. We need a comma here. Okay, we can say font size about 3 RAM. Let's see what we have. Okay, I think that 4 will be okay. Okay, so this is what we do have for our top deals. And then onto these top deals, we can, I think everything is okay. Everything looks okay. So we shall proceed to the next section, and this is this section. When we proceed to every section, there is some line. Onto the next section is a line, so we will try to create that line. I will come onto this. I create a div called line, and I will head to my CSS. I say I have line and width of should I say 90%, and with a background color of slate gray, and height of 2 pixels. How is that? Okay, well, okay, I think this is okay. And then from this section up, so when we proceed to the next section, we do still have a line first, so I will just copy this div and I will just put it here. Let me remove this horizontal line, and we will have something like this. So onto this, I need to give it some padding, some margin. We'll give it some margin of 20 pixels. Okay, so we will proceed, and I think on this section where we do have the services and the cards, I think we can maintain 8. Can remove 1 card, can do away with 1 card. Okay, and we'll remain with that. So simple as that. We shall proceed to this section. We have H2 get doing with MTN. We can copy this, and if after the line we have this, and we can say this is an H2, we can call it an H1, and you can say, you can style it here using inline styling. You can say font size, you can say larger, you can say font weight about 200 pixels. Let's see what we do have. Okay, we can say RAM, we can use RAM about 20 RAM. And okay, font weight, font weight should be bold, sorry, font weight bold, and this should be font size of about 20 RAM. Then that too big, 20 RAM is way too big. Let's give it about 5 RAM. Okay, get doing, still too big, we can give it about 3 RAM. Okay, this is what we have, so we can proceed with the other things. That is, it is a div, inside this is a div. You can give it a class of how should we call this, one digital y use. We can say we can give it a class called y, and inside this are three sections. We can give these names as div, and we can say sections. And in the first section is a card. I mean, we do have an icon. Can head back to this. Can say we are looking for icons. What is it called? Okay, font awesome. Can head back to font awesome, and we can look for icons. We need a handshake. Okay, what do we have here? It's a handshake. We can take up any. Should we take, let's take up this. Okay, we can take up this, and we do have this. After the handshake, we have this. You can call it an, does it really copy? Okay, one digital brand of the decade. You can say this is an H2, one digital brand of the decade. After the H2, we can say we have this. We can give in some, we can use role of about 20. So we do have that, and we can now head to style that. So we do have this, and we can head to style this. We go to styles. Sorry, let's first see. This class is called afterline. We have the y, so we are styling y, and this is why we say we have a display of flex. We can justify content to the center, and instead of flex I will say a display grid, and I will use grid template columns repeat, and we need 3. Okay, can we see what we do have here? Okay, and I can say the width of I can give this a width of 80%. Okay, can give it some background color to see. Okay, width 80%. So I will come here, I will give this section 1, and I will first style it. Okay, this is 1, and then I can give it a width of 90%. Can justify content to the center. I will say display flex, give it flex direction of column, justify content, justify content center, and I will align items to the center. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is what we have. You can say, then come here and say width should be 100% of this section. Okay, this is what we have, and we are taking up 3, I think, and we need some gap, of about 20 pixels. Okay, and then we would say nice of 40 pixels. Okay, and within this we need some padding of about 15 3 rem. Okay, so we would target the card. It's called, you can say card 1, can target card 1, and we say display flex, can justify content center, and you can align items to the center, and you can say flex direction we need is column. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is what we have almost. So we will come and work on this text in card 1. You can give in inline styles. You can say font weight. You can say bold. Then we can say font size of about 40 pixels. What do we have? Okay, this is way too big. I don't know, the spacing is much. You can say this is about 20 pixels, too small. 30 pixels. Okay, and we do have this. Okay, so we will come to this. Let's first duplicate this card. We need 3 and see what we have. Okay, we do have these 3, and I think we can adjust the gap. Let's use rem, about 10 rem. Okay, I think that's better. Text is in the center. Can say text align center. Okay, and we can remove this. Do we have any padding here? Let's first comment out the background color. So we do have something like this. We will proceed. What do we have here? Okay, we do have this, something similar to this. You just change these icons and move on. So we will proceed to the next section, and that is this section. We have more 3 sections to go. Okay, and in this section we do have this, we can say in our after section 1 we can say we have this banner section, and this has got a background image and some text here. So we will say this has got a div inside, and this div has got some text and a p tag with some more text, and I think a button. It's a link, and then an anchor tag. I don't know, let's say it's taking us linking to any page. Then we can say connect. Since I can't see this, we will put our own. So we will proceed and check what we have here. We forgot our line. We will get this line. Okay, so we do have that line. So what we will do is we will come and give it a background image. So we'll get this banner, and we will say this is a banner section, and we'll give it a background image. We'll take all this plus the border radius, and we'll give it a background. We'll give it a width of 100%. Width, let's give it 90%. Okay, we can give it some height of about 20 rem. Okay, is it too big? Can give it about 40 rem. And this is too big, 30. Let's go with 30. Okay, this is what we have, and we can use flex as well. Can take up all these, and we can say display flex, justify content center, line items, justify content to the start, and we can align items to the start. Okay, you can say, you can give the color of white. Okay, so this is what we have. We shall use this image instead, and we do have this. Okay, we will proceed, and we will style this card inside. We can give it we can say it's called banner card. And we will say this is banner card. We can give it a border radius of 20 pixels. We can give it some padding of 20 pixels, and we can give it background color. We can say black, and we can reduce the opacity. See what we do have. Well, this image has no gradient. We'll only maintain the image, remove the gradient, and we will maybe adjust this. We can adjust it more, and we can do this. Okay, so we can push that down. We can say on the bottom we need 20 pixels from the bottom. Does that make sense? No. Can give it some margin top. Of about 40 pixels. Let's see what we have. Okay, you can say about 80 pixels out of 180. Okay, and also margin on the left. Of about 40 pixels. So this is making sense. This is making sense. So when you look at this, when you do look at this, it really makes sense, and we can proceed. We can make this font. Okay, inside the banner card we do have an h2, a p, and an anchor tag. Have an h2. We can style in line. Can style in line just like this. We can get these styles and we style in line. And we can, let's see. Okay, it is way too big. We can say a font size large. Font size large. Font size, can remove the large because we already have font size about 2 rem. Okay, we can break from here. Okay, we can break from here. We can break, and we have this other content down. Okay, and then we do have premium deals. It's a bit bold. We can say class. We say font weight, and we can say this is bold. Okay, we can say font size. We can say about 1 rem. Is it really working out? Okay, after this I need this. Okay, font size about 2 rem, and font weight bold, font weight about, let's say, 2 rem. See what we have. Okay, let's style this. I will say color, and I will say I need white. I'll say border, color white, and I need the border radius. Border radius 2 pixels solid. This is a border of 2 pixels solid, and black. Is it really working out? No. Let's go and style this. Let's go and style this in CSS. So we'll target the anchor tag and we'll give it color of white. Text decoration none. Okay, we'll give it a border of 2 pixels solid and white, and a border radius of about 10 pixels with some padding of about 10 pixels. Okay, we do have that. We can give it some margin on the top, margin top of about 20 pixels. See what we have. Okay, making some sense. So we can look at this, and we do have something similar to that. So this is it for this section. We've got this, it's a link, and you can choose to add hoovers and all that, but then you can say, since it's a link, you can say still targeting this. We'll add hover. You can say on hover we want the background color to be black, and we need text. We need a color to be white, and we can add transition about transition all of 0.5 seconds is, and then we can see what happens here is we do hover, the color of the button changes. So I think it's making some sense. We will proceed to the next section. What I will do is you will practice all this. I will head straight to the footer, and then I will style the footer. So I will go direct to the footer. I will skip the sections because it's a matter of combining background image with flex to come up with all these background image and flex. So I will head to the footer and finalize with it. We'll come and say this is the footer. Inside the footer we've got this upper section and then the bottom. So what I will do is I will say we've got the top, and in the top we've got our contactors. We've got two sections, we've got this and then this. So what I will do is I will get two sections, and then I've got the bottom with as well two sections. Okay, so far so good. What I need to do, let me get this footer and do style that component. I have a footer with a background color of black. I can give it some, it's not so black, okay, and it top left radius I will say 20 pixels, and border top right radius of 20 pixels. Let's see what we do have. I can give it anyway. Let's first see what we do have. Okay, nothing is showing up. We can give it some height of about 20 rem, and then we see what we have. Okay, do we have a background color on this? This is footer, and we are styling the footer. Height, we can give it a width of 100, let's say 90%, let's say 100%, and see what we do have. Okay, this is what we have, and the width here we can adjust to 90%. Okay, and then we can have some margin on the top. Margin on the top of about 50 pixels. So this is what we have, and I can say maybe this should be about 95% the width, 98%. Okay, why not say a width of 100 view width? Okay, still having some issues. These issues are because of the Y scroll. Is it? Let's leave it to 99%. First style it, we shall fix that. 96%. Okay, so we do have this, and all we need is to work with the rest, and that is all this. So So far we have this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to write media queries for the sections we have so far. And let's begin with this second section. Let's say we do have the services. Look for services. Okay, and on the services we need to, we shall use this. I will right click and inspect. So on a smaller device, that is, we shall consider breakpoints of 768 and 420 and 320, 420. Let's first see. And 3 and 4. We should take breakpoints of, I think, 480 and 768. Okay. I will inspect and look at it at 480, at 768, that is on a tablet, and we do have this. So I will come into this in the services card. In the services, I will write a media query and say at media, and say at max width of 768 pixels, and at this I need grid template columns. It will be grid template columns of, and I will need to display about 3. How is that? Okay. That's 3. Can I display 2? Okay. Can I display 2? I think 3 are ideal. I will display 3. Okay, and then I will proceed to at 480. I will need to display 2, and I will write a media query and say at media 480 pixels, I will display 2, and I will have 2 here. I will proceed to the next section. We can try this using the Android simulator. And we can see we have 2 on a small phone. Okay, and then we'll proceed in the next section, top deals. We'll make it responsive as well. And we will say on the top deals, okay, top deals, okay, display flex. Okay, on the top deals we will say at media sorry, you can just copy this and we will say at 480, should we say at 480? At 480 we should give it a flex direction. We should give it a flex direction of column. Let's see what we have. Okay, and we will reduce. Do we have any padding? Display grid justify center. Okay, and then we will come here and say still on this we will say let the width be 100%, and same applies. This is the left and same applies on the right. Let's check and see. Okay, so we do have this a width of 100%. Can we say 95%? Width of 95%. Okay, did we justify items center on the deals? On the deals, justify content center, line items center. Do we have padding? Okay, let's first ignore this padding and to see. Okay, we do have this. We can proceed down and we can, let's see on a tablet, and on the tablet we do still have this. We can break it into two as well. Instead of 480 we can say at 768, and this will break down into this, and we will say at 768 and 768 as well. We will have something like this. Okay, and on the right we will remove the margin left to 0. We will say margin left to 0 pixels. Do you see this? We will have something like this on a tablet. Okay, so we do have this, and on a phone we will have it appear like this. Okay, so we can push further to this section. The banner, after the banner, is it a banner? No, we have this section 1. Section 1, you can say flex direction is column. Okay, and then inside the Y we've got grid and it's showing 3, so we shall write and say at 7 on a tablet. Let's see, on a tablet, is it okay? on a tablet we need to display one, and we will say 768 pixels. We need grid template columns. Should we just say display block? Let's see what we get. Okay, it will display it like this, but then we shall need to add more padding on the left and right. Okay, can add more padding, padding left of about 40 pixels and padding right of the same, such that we have them as a card. Should we display 2? Let's refresh. Okay, let's go to the card. What we will do is we will display 2. We'll say we need to display 2, and then at 480 we will display 1. Okay, we will display 2, and on a phone we will display 1 like that. Okay, so we can push down, we could push down to the next, that's the banner, and with this card we can, let's see, we can okay, let's first go to the navigation, to the hero section, and see what we do have. If we inspect, is this responsive? Okay, so on a smaller device this will disappear, and okay, so this is what we do have so far. Okay, I will head to the navbar, and in the navbar it's up here. Okay, in the navbar we've got the navbar, and we've got the top, and the top is we'll write a media query and say at media, and at max width of about, we say, for 80 pixels, and this is not shown, so we shall say display display none. It means it's not shown, and this is what we do have. Okay, and then these other links, what we shall do is we will head to, and we will come back onto this nav. We look for the top, and we've got the BTM. This BTM has got a logo. Okay, it has got a logo, nav links, and an icon. So we will have two icons here, and I will need I will go direct, and this is icon 2. One icon is going to be shown. Just a minute, let me check what we do have here. We do have this search icon and this, so I will have two icons, and I will head back here, and the icon I will first use this. The icon I need is a search. Icon I need is a search. It is a search. Why do my internet is off? Search. This is a search icon. You can take this magnifying glass, and we will add it here. You can remove this, add this, and we need the menu icon as well. Okay, we need this bars. You can copy these and we can use them here. Okay, so we can check and see what we do have. Okay, we do have these. We can style them. You can say style. Can I style it here? I say font size about 5 rem. Let me see. Ready? Okay, what I will do is I will just see these are FA bars. I will come to styles, and I say these are FA bars, and I could give it a font size of 2 rem, and I say okay, we give it 1 rem. Okay, and then I can give also the same. The other one is FA magnifying glass. Okay, I will give it the same class. I will give it the same class. I will make it the magnifying class about 2 rem. Okay, so what I would do is this at media, max width of, we need it seen on a smaller device, of 480 pixels. That's when it should show up. You can say display block, and by default it should be display none. Okay, it shouldn't show on a large device. These bars should only show on a large device, so by default, okay, what we shall do is by default it's none. Can we write a media query for this? We can say display it should be display none by default. Why isn't it showing up? Okay, you can say display, can we say hidden? Heading here I think we should use display none, and if we check this it should go off. Display none, should we just create a class? We can create, this is a class of display none. Okay, we can create a div for this, and we give it a class of hidden. We can create this, and then when we do come onto this, when we come and style up this, we will say we are styling a class of hidden, and we can say display none, and then at max width this we will say display block. Okay, and we need to apply that hidden class onto we need to apply that onto the bars. Okay, we need this onto the bars. Okay, we'll need that onto the bars such that when we do this, we also don't need those links, the nav links. So I will look for nav links. Where are the nav links? Okay, for the nav links, display is flex, and when we get onto a large device, a small device, we don't want it to show this is at 480 pixels. We need to display none. So I will check it out and see. So we have those two, and then we will on this bottom we will say justify content between. Okay, let's see. Okay, we do have that, and we also do need the search icon, and these two are both, this is the hidden, and are both in one, they are both in one. We can give this a class, this div a class, let's say xx, and then when we do come this side, we give it some flex, and we can say display flex, and with some gap of about 5 pixels. So when you look at this, we do have that. We can say justify between, sorry, I can say align items. I need between. We have justify items between, space between. Okay, justify items, justify items, justify content. Okay, space between. The same thing we should do on this nav. We have a lot of CSS written here. Okay, on the nav bar, we wrote somewhere between. You should look for between. Okay, it is justify content, space between. Okay, such that we have something like this on a smaller device. On a large device we do have something like this, and on a smaller device we do have something like this. We can increase the size of the bars. Where are the bars? Okay, the bars are in, okay, you can say this is 2 rem. You can remove this, is a repetition. Okay, you can give some space, some gap of about 10 rem, 10 pixels, and we do have that on a smaller device, and on a large device we have the other way around. So what we need to do is work on this, that is still on the hero, and on the hero we've got, after the cards we've got join MTN more. Okay, we've got this hero and BTN, so we'll look for hero. Okay, so we've got this BTN, and width is 90%, and can say width at media, max width of 480 pixels. How do we need this to look? We need it to be with some width of about, let's say 30%, and see. Okay, it's way too small, about 60%. Okay, can't say 70%. Okay, I think that's fine. So this is it, and this is how you deal with responsive. Now you can try and accomplish all this work. For example, you can try out the footer and make it responsive, just like we did this, following the same principles. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to more. There is a lot here, and more is coming. I'm looking at organizing CSS preprocessors and CSS libraries. We shall use CSS preprocessors. We shall look at SAS, and then after SAS we shall look at Tailwind and Bootstrap, and we see how we can ease our life, because when you look at this is a lot of CSS written right here, and it's really tedious, and there are some ways we can optimize this using preprocessors like SAS, and also using libraries like Bootstrap and Tailwind. So next time I will show you how to use such libraries and preprocessors to ease your work and write less code compared to all these. In fact, I reached at a point whereby I didn't have any more classes to give to my devs, and you find that you have such a challenge with plain CSS. And if you're working with libraries like Bootstrap and Tailwind, it's really easy because you don't need all these classes. You don't need to mention these classes. They're built-in classes you have to use. So keep on as we get